There we go. There we go. We here. We here. What's good with y'all, man? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord too. I gotta put the link in the chat. But yeah, we are back with another episode of Rigged NFL. Earlier we had the Broncos getting smacked by the Bills, as it shouldn't have been a surprise to anybody about that game. And in this game right here, we got the Eagles up 10-0 on the Packers. Packers have turned the ball over earlier in the game, twice actually, interception and a fumble. So we'll see if they can make a comeback. But yeah, Buffalo. It was all Buffalo after that first Broncos score, and one-sided, one-sided, pretty boring game too. See, we got in the building. Who we got in the chat? Say the Packers gonna come back. I would assume so to make it interesting, because they're close to getting in field goal range right now as we speak. So it's possible. So they want the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. I don't even think they make it to the NFC Championship game. Also, I didn't know Nick Sirianni playoff record is 2-3. So they had to throw people off with the Bo Nix touchdown. Even then, you should have known Buffalo was going to win that game. I know that they flexed their muscle talking about how good the defense is for the Broncos, but in all actuality, they didn't really play nobody. Most of their wins was against teams with below 500 records. I don't know what this Lofi is. Yeah, there we go. Feeling that. So who I got for the Super Bowl ending of the season, I had the Packers against Kansas City. Because I don't see anybody beating Kansas City in the AFC. I'd be surprised if Buffalo did it. I'd be really surprised if the Ravens did it. But yeah, like I said, every game you can see how they try to help the Chiefs win the game in games, especially when they shouldn't be winning. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do in the AFC. Every time the Packers in the playoffs, special teams always mess them up. Yeah, it's true. It'd rather be a muff punt. This one, the fumble with the kickoff. So yeah. Yeah, man, the glazing is out of this world. It's been real. Keep saying Bills are the team, bro. I don't think so, bro. The Bills are like the Sixers, dog. I told you this. The Bills just there. They gonna maybe go to the AFC Championship game, then get beat by the Chiefs. And yeah, they love them because they're playing the Broncos. The NFL's picky about which black quarterbacks they let win the big game. You really think they're gonna let a historically white team like the Packers win the black? Yes. Look what they previous quarterbacks have done. They've only had like what 3 in a 40-year span. Brett Favre won the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl. Jordan Love, he's gonna be another one that does. And he a mulatto too. He a mixed one too. So they would have no problem with that shit. They'll definitely get the Packers a Super Bowl. If not this year, next year for sure. The Ravens and Lions, but this time Tucker makes a 70-yarder. You said with the LA Fires, you can see the Rams going to the Super Bowl. Bruh, they are not going to the Super Bowl. Like I said this last night, Matt Stafford, he's pushing 36. He's already got a Super Bowl ring. He's already got his appearance. They're not finna send the Rams back there. At most, they just go to the playoffs. That's it. Exactly. And of course, the only full black one to win was Doug Williams. The Ford Broncos, OJ Simpson connection is there. Home teams are 3-0 so far. Yeah, the Texans, the Ravens, the Bills so far. Off of his hands, off Reed's hands. But there's a flag though. What's up, Big Pontiac OG, Triple OG in the building? How far will the Lions get? I think the Lions will probably get possibly NFC Championship game. If not, of course, a lot of people have them going to the Super Bowl too. My thing is they just hammered the whole Lions and Chiefs thing so much. If the Eagles win, you think Commanders win and vice versa? Yeah, if the Eagles win, I definitely see a divisional rematch set up for both of them. But they could have, say, the Vikings playing the Lions and the Packers and the Washington Commanders in game 3, the tie-breaking game. Josh Allen is the Peyton Manning of the NFL. No, the fuck he not, bro. The Burrow's the Big Pen. Lamar's not winning Super Bowl because he's black, unfortunately. As long as Josh Allen with the Bills, he's not winning shit there, bro. Yeah, if Green Bay wins, they play Detroit next. It's a Peyton Manning season for Josh Allen. You think he really gonna win the championship, bro? I don't see him win the championship. Because the Bills do this shit every year. They get your hopes up. You'll think, oh, the Bills, this is the year they do it. This is finally the time they can do it. Finally, they can beat the Chiefs, and they never do. So, no. Bucks Commanders a rematch from 2020. Yeah, it is. That was Tom Brady's first playoff game with the Bucks, because they had Taylor Heineke for the Washington Commanders at the time, and that's a rematch of Week 1 between the Buccaneers and the Commanders. The Kobe Dean being carted off the field, or helped off the field, should I say. I don't think Josh lacks for Peyton comparison is the MVP. You see the connection as he is rivals with the main guy. Exactly right there. Bills Eagles. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls, but every year it's the Bills year. Every single year I hear that shit, but it never happens. It never happens. Says stop the cap about the Bills. My thing's like, what have the Bills really done to warrant all this it's our year talk? Like, what have they really done? Buffalo, undesirable city. NFL ain't gonna ruin their prestige by giving a ring to a city in the middle of nowhere. Eagles already getting injured on defense. What Jordan Love doing? Threw that bitch out of bounds on 3rd and 13. So what's the point of having the draft in Green Bay if the Packers lose? It's not so much having the Packers win or anything like that. It's the fact that they want to get it to different cities, and they can spread the wealth around to different teams. That's why. I mean, Green Bay is relying as hell on the Green Bay Packers. So you have the draft there. Everybody's going to flock there and go there. You see all them people that went to the Detroit draft. They was like out there for multiple days. And mind you, this isn't even for a game. This is for people in suits walking across the stage. And he missed the field goal. Damn. Is that 39 or 38? McManus. Did they actually play in a small... I didn't even know if Orchard Park was its own separate area. I don't know. I thought that was just a part of Buffalo. Say Buffalo neighbors Toronto. Yeah. I guess in comparison to the other New York teams, though, I mean, they're kind of out there. The other ones, they have the New York media, the New York market. They're tied to downtown New York, or New York City, should I say. Whereas with a team like Buffalo, that's more Toronto based. And again, they don't generate enough revenue for them to really be pushed like that. How long I'll be on here? I'm gonna be on here a little minute. I mean, I've only been on here 13 minutes now. It's like versus the Niners missing field goals and special teams. Yeah, they had the same shit in their super cold matchup a couple years ago. So if they played in Toronto, it'd be different, maybe. The only problem is they have a Canadian Football League now. They got Green Bay struggling early in the game, then watch for a comeback in the second half. We shall see. Because this game might mirror the, who knows, it might mirror the game that we saw with Houston and the LA Chargers, where it started off slow and then the second half, it was really just one-sided. So what am I doing once the Coliseum closes the doors till September? Pro wrestling, I already said wrestling. NBA playoffs, and college football, March Madness stuff, and some other stuff, superhero stuff on my backup channel, Lobo TV. Subscribe to that if you ain't done so. As soon as they showed his stats, you knew he was gonna miss the kick. Thoughts on the Chiefs 3-peat? I don't think they're gonna do that. I think that's bait. I think they're gonna get as close as they can get, which is going to the Super Bowl, and then that's when they fall short. I went there when I was younger, actually, to Niagara Falls. I was like 3, though. I was too young to remember it. But that's just one part of it, though. Like, what's the rest of the city like? Most of these playoff games been blowouts. Yeah. The first 3 games have been essentially blowouts. I know that one was 14 points with the Steelers and the Ravens, but still, that's a blowout. Because the Steelers really were never in the game to begin with. It was already 21-0 to start the game. Finally scored a touchdown. Ravens went up 28-7. Then there's the last touchdown by the Steelers, but that game wasn't even close. So Bills Ravens decides MVP. The playoff games do not dictate who wins the MVP or not. That is a regular season award. That's how it's always been. What's up, Jace? What's good with you? Say they might have been a cash pool for Green Bay. Line dropped to pack plus 9.5 under cover and then missed field goal cash pool. So you feel bad for the Squealers? I don't. I mean, they won day 6, and this is their ceiling now. You're just gonna go to the playoffs and just get smacked up by no matter who you play. The Jaguars, it could be the Ravens, the Bengals. It don't matter. You're just gonna get smacked up from now on. That's what the Steelers are. They damn near like the Cowboys for real. Or if they make the playoffs, it's a guaranteed loss. So yeah, I don't really feel bad for the Steelers. And on top of that, they haven't had a quarterback since Big Ben for real, like their guy. They thought it was Kenny Pickett. It clearly wasn't the case. They tried Russell Wilson. That's not the case. They tried Justin Fields. Still not the case. So Lamar's now 3-4 in the playoffs, while Allen's 6-5. I think. Do I think they go even? You're gonna have to wait till Thursday for that one. Lamar, Joe Burrow, Allen all have played better than Mahomes this season. He's getting carried by his defense and the refs. Absolutely. Because we know about Joe Burrow. You know, he's been putting up MVP like numbers, but the defense ain't doing shit. I don't think so. I don't think they do that. I don't think they do anything to have Mahomes necessarily outshine Brady. I think Kenny Small Hands Pickett. Yeah, that was a failed experiment. Said in Toronto. What do you say? The Canadian side of Buffalo is much prettier, but you like the casino they have there. Is it possible for the Texans to keep playing how they were playing against the Chargers? Against the Chiefs, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Against Kansas City, no. Because you're not just playing the Chiefs, you're playing the Chiefs and the referees. And it's an Arrowhead too, so they got the home field advantage. Oh no. Oh no. Steelers, Cowboys, Miami on the 70s of football last past 2030. Maybe they get dominant again. I think they done giving the Steelers Super Bowls. They capped at 6. I think maybe one more team gets 6, and then that's it. Tom Brady's the NFL's golden child. Golden boy, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Think about it. This is his first year as an announcer, and they are having him as one of the commentators for the Super Bowl. First year as an announcer. Just because it's Tom Brady. Said no way the Texans will beat the Chiefs. That's what I'm saying. That shit ain't happening. It's probably gonna end up the same way it was 2020 when Deshaun Watson and then went it to Kansas City and ended up losing that game, even though they had a 24-3 lead. I want to say it was like 24-3 or 24-6 lead on the Chiefs, and the Chiefs came back and won the game. And Texans didn't score a single point after that. So now the Trump's adding Canada as the 51st state, does the CFL become annexed? Hell no. I mean, they don't really even need it anyway because you got the UFL. And then if you don't make it there, then you usually end up going to the CFL. So if the Packers lose, who do I see winning the Super Bowl? If not them, then it depends on what Minnesota does, but I say Minnesota as a dark horse. Because at the end of the day, I just don't see the Chiefs three-peating. I see them getting there, but not three-peating. Oh, that's a blatant hold. Doing the 5-9, 26 yards and a pick. So Eagles can't tackle now. Wow. 3, 4. 4 missed tackles so they get a first down. So Reed can get a first down. 2 of them, the first 2, he really should have been tackled. As after he caught the ball, he should have been tackled. Like 2 of them collapsed on him. Neither of them could bring him down. And the other one goes for his legs. and the other one just says, I'm gonna let you run out of bounds. But 42 and 53 should have had him. To NFC winning the Super Bowl, I think so too. Now, if Green Bay go down here and miss another field goal, they gonna really have a problem. So Reed is that good to escape those tackles. Those first two should have tackled Reed, bro. The one after that would do one for his legs. I'll give him that. But that first two where both of them collapsed. Oh nah, somebody should have got him. Jalen's just having an average running back. He's just an average running back, not quarterback. Not true. Not true. Another thing that really hurts the Packers, and not the Packers, but the Eagles, is their bad play calling. The fact that Sirianni don't call plays. That's one thing that's hurt them for the last 2 years now. So will they let the Chiefs and Ravens get a rematch? Will it be Bills and Chiefs? Like I said, Thursday. You have to wait till Thursday to find out. Think AFC win for the third straight year? So are you saying the Chiefs as the ones who three-peat? Is that what you're implying? Yeah, hit that like button too, because I be forgetting sometimes. Hit that like button. Abuse that like button. Smash that like button. So Kellen Moore about to strike again. Yeah, man. Kellen Moore ain't done shit, man. Oh, damn. They got a commercial. Bills are 1.5 point favorites versus the Ravens. Spring football UFL. I couldn't really get into that shit. I tried watching some UFL. It just wasn't for me. I don't know if it was like the different rules as part of it, or the fact it's just team. If it was just like made up ass teams versus the NFL, they got like a lot of history behind them. Mike says a different AFC team will win. Who is this different AFC team? I want to know. To the Lions or Rams, bro. The Rams are cooked, bro. Even if they win tonight, they not finna go to the Super Bowl. I told you, Matt Stafford is 38. They not finna put his old ass back in the Super Bowl. He got his one ring, and he gonna go to the playoffs from time to time. That's it. They not finna send a nigga back and give him a second ring this late in his career. So yeah, I really don't see that. And would they really give us the Rams versus Lions for a third time this soon? Because I know we had the one in the regular season, the one last year in the playoffs. Would they give us that again? Well, we've already seen it. Told you, Mike. Wait, you gonna have to wait till Thursday. Told you that. Tell Lions fans really turn on Stafford now. That's criminal as hell. That's criminal as hell. Shit, he was the sole reason they was relevant for a minute before they got Dan Campbell and all this other shit. It was him and Megatron. And when they had Jim Caldwell, they was actually a good team. Did they give us Chiefs and Bills and Bengals repeatedly. I mean, in the AFC, you think about it, they only really pushing the same four teams. It's been Kansas City. If they not the best, they don't have the best record in the AFC. It's usually the Ravens. If it ain't them, maybe Cincinnati and Buffalo. Yeah, they just been pushing four teams in the AFC. So I think they'll ever bring back dominance for the Packers, not the Packers, but the Niners and the Cowboys. The Cowboys especially, no. No, as long as Jerry Jones is alive, no. Oh no. Did that actually get picked off? Did it hit the ground? Because there's so many things wrong with that. That pass was late. And he honestly was better off taking the sack on that one. But as far as the Niners, their window is obviously closed now with Shanahan. Cowboys, no. Niners, they can make it and make shit interesting at the most. Maybe they win one more at some point. I don't think it's for Brock Purdy, though. Could see the Rams again. Talking about Detroit and the Rams in the NFC Championship game. Yeah, I don't really see that. If they do, they better make sure it's a good game. Cause some of them Rams games been boring as hell, bro. Like the Rams and Cardinals game was trash, but like the Rams and Bills, that game was good. It was like a high scoring game, back and forth. You didn't really know who was gonna win. But yeah, if they give us like a typical Rams game, that ain't gonna be good. Yeah, I saw that pick, bro. Them niggas cooked. Cause the first one it hit the ground. The first one it hit the ground too. And now, I mean, I don't know if he was looking at his tablet or whatever, but yeah, he was sitting there with his head down. They officially calling it. You hear sitting there shaking his head. Shout out to B Fire, man. Shout out to B Fire. You meant to say the Ravens or Bills go to the Super Bowl? Yeah, especially if the Bills go, I still think they're gonna lose. I'd be surprised if the Ravens go. I know they got the whole every 12 years they go to the Super Bowl and win thing going for them, and the last one was in New Orleans. So you got that, but I don't see it. Still a second half in this game. You don't like what you're seeing. True. Now Philly go up 17-0, which I doubt. I think they probably go up 13-0. Then it might be a little too much for Green Bay to actually win, but they can maybe make it close. Maybe make it close. Eagles getting all these turnovers, yet can't score. I forgot what the spread was. My notes. Oh, damn, they over there. Because I know it went from 5 to 5.5. Said Love might need to take some perks. So whatever numbs the pain, Jordan. Whatever numbs the pain. Now Jalen throwing in the dirt. 4 from 4. Yep, they point shaving like a mug because they could be a lot closer for a field goal than what they're gonna be. Philly, you think Philly takes this one, especially since they didn't recover that football early in the game they gave to Philly, even though the Packers recovered. Yeah. If they don't win this game, I think next year. I think next year. Said that spread is still lingering. If anyone is still interested in the Packers, that spread is still lingering. Said the Eagles going for it on 4th and 9. Oh nope, nah, they finna punt. I think the Packers just kneel it out and they go to halftime. 22 seconds left. What's up, Dez? What's up with your man? What's good with your Dez Dixon in the building? So you think the Packers come back in the second half? They didn't left the door open though. They didn't got the turnovers, and like somebody mentioned, they didn't score any points. Do I think the Vikings will go far? If they beat the Rams, I do think they do. So I really think whoever wins between if it is the Vikings and the Lions, whoever wins that game could win the NFC. Packers been a second half team all year. The Eagles fucking up letting this be close. Eagles didn't score a real touchdown yet, just the points off turnovers on the opening kickoff because they was already in comfortable scoring position. Yeah, and I said that earlier. The way it's starting off is similar to that Texans game. Or maybe they open it up in the second half if the Eagles do win. Or if not, it might be a flurry by the Packers like they did in that game against the Lions, where they trailed. I think it was like 17-3. Excuse me, 17 and something. I forgot what the score was. Damn. So they playing it right to keep those. What was he saying? They playing it right to keep those TVs tuned in. Gotta watch those commercials. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have every game be a blowout. First three, the 1 p.m. time slot is usually a blowout on Sunday for wild card playoff games. Saturday usually has a blowout. 2 is kind of rare to start off the wild card. But yeah, the late night should be close. Tampa and Washington should go down to the wire. We talking about Baker Mayfield and Jaden Daniels. That shit gonna go down to the wire. And I expect the same on Monday Night Football too, for that shit to be close. Somebody asked me yesterday if DeMar Hamlin was gonna get a pick in that game. I forgot who it was though. They say Packers stop Eagles coming out the half. Packers get a touchdown, make it 10-7. Hurts will fall apart. He hasn't moved the ball all this game. And yeah, if the Packers could actually do something on offense and not turn the ball over, they'd be straight. Says it's gonna be the only close game for wild card. No, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. So what's the NFL doing this year? No close games. Biggest thing as far, especially when you think about that Ravens Steelers game because it was on Amazon Prime, is for the people who don't have Amazon Prime to get you to get that subscription so you can watch the game. Think about that shit with the Netflix thing. Most people got Netflix as it is, but if you didn't, you get the subscription to watch those two games on Christmas, and they both was blowouts. So that's another reason that the Ravens end up blowing out the Steelers, which, I mean, come on. The Steelers didn't have a fucking chance, bro. Let's be real. They lost their last 5 prior to that game. I think he get 1. I don't think he gonna get 2. But yeah, that's the situation we in. You want about the second half is because you because you know what the decode is, but there's this whole thing that the game, but you think the Packers are gonna come back. Basically, you think the Packers are gonna come back. That pick was terrible about Jordan Love. Like, he stared him down when he did it too. That's the crazy part. They can't have him outshining Aaron Rodgers, man. And on top of that, he already got paid too. The only difference is his receivers haven't. So they still got a window they could win. But after that, then it's gonna be we're gonna have to pay the receivers. We already paid the quarterback. And you got to give away something to keep something else. Think they'll push Denver with Knicks and Sean Payton soon? They could win a game, maybe. They could do that. Herbert got paid $200 million before he even won a playoff game, and he still hasn't. He obviously ate the money over winning. Facts. And now it's to the point now that it kind of looks bad, and you can't really ignore the whole, what the talk was with Justin Herbert. He was getting passes and stuff, like him being a good quarterback, which he is, but you have 4 picks in a playoff game and you were 0-2. Ain't much people can say to save you. No. Like I mentioned before, the Clippers, not the Clippers, but the Chargers are the Clippers of the NFL, man. Like, no one cares to see the Chargers for real like that. They not the main attraction in LA. They little bro. And that's what happens when you play for little bro. You might be considered one of the top players, but you never had the postseason success to validate any of it. Look at any player who played for the Clippers when they had Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, Doc Rivers as the head coach. Last solid, but I mean he a rookie too. Cause Lad gonna be straight, but yeah, they got one of the worst receiving cores in the NFL. The Chargers, that is. Quentin Johnson, he got drops issues. He really hasn't panned out nearly as much as people thought he was. Because he was supposed to be one of the top receivers coming to the league a couple years ago. Chargers ownership will always suck. They gotta move back to San Diego now because of the wildfires. Yeah, from what I gather, they burned that bridge. They can't, no pun intended, but they can't. They ain't no coming back to San Diego. I think Spanos made sure of that. As long as Spanos is owning them, they'll never win. So the Broncos need receivers. So the whole AFC West need receivers. The Raiders do. They got a tight end. They got a generational tight end for real. But they do need some receivers or better ones. Chargers, obviously, I just talked about them. Broncos, they got a couple, but they can use some upgrades for sure. So who passed for 300 tonight? Baker, Daniels, both or none. Oh, I could really see Jaden Daniels for the 300. If this wasn't a primetime game, I'd feel more comfortable saying Baker though. But in primetime, Baker usually don't show up the same. I told you this Baker 300, you got Baker 166. This might be Baker 166. Might be. Hold on, y'all hang tight one sec. All right, there we go. Do you think Todd Bowles does get fired? Hold on. Do you think Todd Bowles does get fired, especially with how they've been complaining about the defense? Oh, yeah, they could. I wouldn't personally. They've still been making the playoffs. Obviously, no Super Bowl, but they've been making the playoffs. I wouldn't fire them. And if they did, I could see this backfiring on the Buccaneers. And that'd also be a way to get them kind of out the way so that they can have the Atlanta Falcons and the Panthers, whenever they actually improve, rise up in the NFC South. What's up, Lorenzo? What's good with you, man? What's good with you? Say Baker and Darnold advance. It'd be some of every quarterback from that draft class won their playoff game. Because Josh and Lamar already won. And then, yeah, Baker and Darnold, only two left. It'd be some of, though, like if all of them won. Everyone drafted in 2018 is advancing. Yeah, so far out of the four, two of them have advanced. Tampa Bay lose, though. I think they fire Todd Bowles. I wouldn't fire him. Do I see them giving us a Bucks Eagles rematch though? Even if the Eagles win. I mean, they could. People forget the Eagles lost to the Buccaneers earlier in the year. Aaron says betting on the Lions to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So Saquon 2018 draft as well. So AJ Brown start crying for the ball soon. Especially if they lose, whether it be this week, next week. Yeah, I can see he probably gonna be the one that's gonna be the most pissed off. So maybe Josh Rosen should go to the playoffs and get a taste of success. Yeah, nah, that ain't happening. That's a good point. He said Jared Goff got paid the big contract extension in exchange for no Super Bowl. We know he went to one. Obviously had to lose to the so-called GOAT Tom Brady. And yeah, he's had individual success. You know, that's a nice spin, even though he didn't get anything. But no individual success. Excuse me, Super Bowl success. Yeah, I heard he lost the locker room before. I know he did last year at one point, and I want to say this year as well. Said the Rona derailed Nick Foles. I've never heard that one before. Never heard that. Hold on one sec. This man said they need to put in Pickett. Let's not get too carried away here, brother. Let's not. Let's not get that carried away. They don't need to do that. Say Green Bay finna come back and put it. They need to score some goddamn points. That's what they need to do. So they know Hurts hasn't played in weeks. You know why they haven't been running the ball. That's what I'm saying. You got Saquon Barkley, bro. You got someone who should be in the MVP conversation, and y'all ain't running the ball. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, makes no sense. That's like when the Ravens throw games. It's very simple. It's when Lamar has a lane to run and the pocket collapses, he don't take it, or they just ignore Derrick Henry altogether and just pass the ball 50 fucking times. Nope. Yeah, they don't want that. Yeah. That's like the KC game. Last year when Lamar should have taken it, should have ran. He just hold the ball. Hold the ball and take the sack for no reason, or he fumble. So they ran Saquon on the last drive and he got stuffed. I mean, he ain't gonna score every single drive, but you should be giving him the ball. So the Ravens are the thunder of the league. They're always little bro them to the Golden State Chiefs. Nah, if anybody's really OKC, that'd be Buffalo. That'd definitely be Buffalo. So Tarek McLaurin or Mike Evans, who gonna have a better night? I think this one might go to Mike Evans. Scary Terry could do his thing too, but yeah, I think Mike Evans had a better night. My thoughts on New England hiring Mike Vrabel. Think it was planned all along? I mean, it just seems it makes sense. Dude played there, won Super Bowls there, played with Brady, played under Belichick. Just like Gerard Mayo played under Belichick, but was never a coordinator or anything. It makes sense. And Mike's had head coaching experience on top of that. Yeah, that makes sense. Stopped on 2nd and 3. Jacob Shift, he going east to west, but he ain't making it north south. Said Belichick loves college girls. I mean, obviously his girlfriend's like 20 something years old. Said the Bills were picked to win if it was Las Vegas really was controlling the game, they would have Denver winning. Not every game, just because most of the money is on one team, means that the other team's gonna win. Like, they still got to make the shit realistic. Like, realistically, the Broncos don't have a chance in hell in beating the Bills, bro. Like that's the thing. Some people get carried away with the script shit, and they just take it way too fucking far. They say shit like, "Oh, the script could have the." I'm trying to think of a team like the Bengals win the Super Bowl or something. Like, goddamn well they ain't finna put the Bengals in there to win the Super Bowl. Like, you gotta be realistic. Or the shit with the Steelers, bro. Like, to lose 5 games in a row and one of those was against the team you're playing and you got clapped the fuck up 2 weeks prior, and then all of a sudden they supposed to just win the wild card game because everybody put their money on Baltimore. Come on, that ain't realistic. People don't know something's up. Like, what? That's funny. Baltimore usually does this against these teams. They've destroying these teams, but somehow the Steelers could just stop them. Like, come on. Don't the Eagles got to get something in return for their collapse last season? No, they don't. Y'all won with Tom. Y'all won the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, the so-called GOAT. That's it. The rest is y'all can go, but y'all gonna lose. Like, look, the Falcons, they blew a 28-3 lead. They didn't get shit in return. Because actually, what, they went to the playoffs once? Since then, that's about it. Almost made it this year, but they fell short because Kurt Newlarm Cousins was their quarterback. What if the Eagles look bad but win, which could also affect betting too? Well, they already looking bad, so there's that. Damn, caught that shit. I really thought that shit was finna get picked off. Because he threw that bitch up there. He said, yo. Yeah, Packers are moving now. Yeah, he mossed his ass. That reminds me of one of them 50-50 balls in college football. The way he went up and got that shit. Both got 3 plays of 10-plus yards, putting 33 on the screen. Jacobs breaking a couple tackles. Eagles built a statue for Nick Foles after that ring, man. That tell Eagles all they need to know. Yeah, exactly. Nick Foles, not Donovan McNabb, not Jalen Hurts. Not, who else? Deuce Staley, none of them niggas. Not Reggie White, to my knowledge. So, yeah. Yeah, that was a Wilson airball pass. 2 defenders on him. 2 defenders on him now. Romeo Doubs, now he's down on the ground. Yeah, he was a deep ball threat. They definitely miss him. But yeah, Romeo Doubs in the end zone on the ground. Hit him in the hands. He didn't catch it. Oh, I didn't even know he was one of the niggas wearing them helmet condoms either. I know that shit got to be heavy on his helmet. Yeah, it make them look like one of them NFL blitz football players, like with the extra big ass head compared to their body. That's what I think of. Could have dumped it off to Jacobs. He was open, yeah. But instead, he threw it to double coverage. Thought he could get a 50-50 ball, but I guess this would be a 33-33-33 ball. So NCAA, the Ultimate Reception gloves are banned? Yeah. Like I mentioned before, when it comes to those college games, as far as using like special gloves and stuff, they only use it for like national championship, semifinals, like big time games. But your regular season games and your mediocre ass bowl games, they ain't doing that shit. So when they catch that shit one-handed, they really caught that shit one-handed. Said DeMar Hamlin has one. Of course DeMar has one, man. They got to give him sympathy and shit. Said Baker Mayfield some commercials and disappeared. Yeah, to make room for new commercials. You can't keep running the same ads and shit. Especially then, he had on a Browns uniform too. So mind you, he went to the Panthers, he went to the Rams for a little minute, and now he's with the Bucks. So yeah, you can't run that commercial. You got to get the new one with him. Well, I see the Ravens using Andrews for touch push instead of Lamar is a great idea. Yeah, bigger person, and you ain't got to worry about your quarterback getting injured. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, shit, really just give it to Derrick Henry. That's what they should do. Just direct snap to Derrick Henry, let him run straight ahead, and you can't stop that. Instead of Andrews. Mm. So the Titans got to for what? He's sorry as shit. For what? He asked. They can't draft a quarterback for shit. When they do have a dude who kind of shows promise, they get hurt, and then they got to move on to the next person. Because I mean, they've had a revolving door. You went from Tannehill, you got Mariota, Jake Locker, Vince Young, Kerry Collins, Mason Rudolph, Rusty Smith, Malik Willis, Josh Dobbs for a couple games. Like, bro, they didn't went through some quarterbacks, bro. Shit's sad.
Tomorrow, you'll see lots of sun.
Fucking Alexa. That people wonder why you watch high school football. At least high school football is realistic. I can't watch high school football like that unless I'm at it and I'm covering it. Yeah, but nah, cause say it's like one team is noticeably better than the other, then that shit just gonna be trash. It's just gonna be one team getting their ass kicked. I don't want to see that. Titans could draft Cam Ward. Yeah, they told y'all, man, about them and black quarterbacks, man. Titans and black quarterbacks don't really mix well. Titans had Billy Volek. I remember those days. That's when Steve McNair had the sternum injury and shit. On the third string was Neil O'Donnell. Some of y'all don't even know who that is. The league won't allow the OKC Thunder Ravens to be the team to stop the three-peat. Okay. Well, they do the Vikings and Bills so one organization can get the 50-year monkey off his back. I don't think they're going to do two teams that haven't won a Super Bowl against each other. They can do one that won against one that hasn't, like the Seahawks against the Broncos, the Eagles against the Patriots. That's got batted. Colts against the Bears. Unless the Baltimore shit carried over to Indianapolis. The Titans are trading that pick to the Raiders. Shedeur goes number 1. Honestly, yeah, the Titans need to trade down anyway. They definitely need to trade down. Shedeur to Vegas. I mean, you know, Brady's his mentor. And every time they've lost, he's had like a tweet saying, he keep throwing in this double coverage, bro. But he keeps saying, like, thank you, God, or something every time the Raiders would lose a game. And when they win, he wouldn't tweet it. That ain't holding. I don't know what is, man. Man was all up on his arm. He was like, damn, bro, let me go. Shit. The man said Neil O'Donnell sold the Steelers out on the 95 Super Bowl against the Cowboys. With Tommy Maddox. I remember Tommy Maddox, too. if he didn't get hurt, then Big Ben would have to sit a little bit longer. I think Max got hurt in the first game against the Ravens, and that's how Big Ben ended up starting the last 15 games of the year. Yeah, at one point he was. And for a longest time, the Steelers had Charlie Batch, too. And I think he from Detroit, and you remember he was on the 06 team with the Steelers, and it wasn't just Jerome Bettis that won in his hometown. Charlie Batch did, too. And Batch played for the Lions at one point as well. Bills versus the Lions, Hutchinson will get a sack on Josh Allen. The Bills could go all the way due to them needing money for a new stadium. Just because you get a new stadium does not guarantee that you're going to win the Super Bowl. I've said this shit before. Can you go? Absolutely. You could definitely go, but that don't mean you're going to win the Super Bowl. Case in point, the Atlanta Falcons. Eagles, when they opened the link, they went to Super Bowl, lost to the Patriots. Talked about the shit last night. So, yeah, not every team's going to do that. Open up their stadium with a Super Bowl banner. Well, I think the Steelers keep Russell Wilson. I don't know. I don't know. The Steelers don't know what they're doing either. I have no clue, to be honest with you. Because if you keep him, you're going to be in the same position next year that you're going to be in this year. So, what's the point? Like I said, the Steelers done reached their ceiling. There's nothing more they can do. You got your head coach. You never really found your quarterback, but yeah, there's nothing they can do. Cordell Stewart was cold. Yep, and then they went to the playoffs, I think the next year or the year after that, and didn't do shit. So the only team that got a new stadium and won was the Rams so far. In recent time, yes. I mean, you had the Patriots too. Gillette Stadium. That's when they started a dynasty and all that shit. Started winning so much. The Giants, they won the year before MetLife Stadium. I think the Colts the year before Lucas Oil. Who else? I think that's it. In recent time, at least. Colts are also in an interesting situation. Quarterback, right? They are in hell because they don't believe in rebuilding. That's their biggest problem. They've never felt the need to rebuild. They just try to slap some glue on it, put some duct tape on the issue, and be like, yeah, that'll do it. That'll save it. Think about it, they go with all these quarterbacks that was all pros at one point, have them for a year, get rid of them, then they go on to another. Shit, look what they did with Joe Flacco, even though he the backup. Same shit they had. Matt Stafford, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Joe Flacco. But they said they committing to AR-15, so you know how that shit gonna go. Yeah. Yeah, they doing whatever they can to keep it close at this point. Do I think the Giants ever win another Super Bowl or no? They can win another one for sure. It's going to be a hot minute, but they can win another. Exactly. They was going to games before they was making the playoffs. Like when they was hovering around and shit, man. Like it's like the Cowboys. The Cowboys could go 8-8 for 5 years in a row. Still sell out every single year because there's always going to be, it's our year. It's our year. It's our year. We're going to win the Super Bowl. So, yeah, same shit. Only difference is, of course, the Cowboys generate a lot more money than the Bills, but still a thing. I didn't answer this question 1,000 times already. I don't know if you just joined, but I've answered that question already. No. So let the people know the reason why the Giants won and in 4 years, because the state of New York and also state of New Jersey both have to make money. Of course, they had against the so-called GOAT, Tom Brady, both times. The New York team playing in New Jersey. So them Cowboys fans were running into that stadium with a bad record. Yeah, like I'm saying, they're going to go regardless. So they were screaming Bills Mafia when they were going 5-11 every year. Yeah, they have a real fan base, man. I don't know how well they travel, but they have a real fan base that's loyal to the team. That's like how you have some lifelong Lions fans that had gone to the game even well before they was good, back when they was going 0-16 and shit. When it was nothing but they was a running joke. So Grizzlies win the championship this year. I still think Boston. Stop on 2nd and 6. Exactly. Black quarterbacks can win multiple championships, but they have to have a certain look, a very bright look, if you will, a very high yellow look. Or their hair can't be a full afro. It got to be like kind of like a curly Jufro. Or whatever the fuck Russell Wilson has when he lets his hair grow out. His shit, the swoop. You gotta have a swoop in your hair. You can't have this. Nah, they don't want that. Will the Cowboys ever have a small dynasty? No. I told you no. For the 1,000th time, no with the Cowboys, bro. They make enough money as it is. Y'all not sniffing the Super Bowl anytime soon. It's not happening. You've seen what they're gonna do. They're gonna go to the playoffs, lose. Same thing every single year. Every single year is the same cycle. So the Cowboys are going to be talked about in the media regardless. What's the point in them winning the Super Bowl every year? Same with the Lakers. They don't need the Lakers to win the finals every year. They're going to be... Damn, he stiff armed the shit out of Holmes. Yeah, that's game, bro. I don't care. God is stiff armed the shit out of dude. He said, "Get the fuck off me" twice. That man just got violated for real. Like, he let him take his manhood. That is insane. Not one push, but 2 pushes. Like, bitch, get the fuck off me. So the Cowboys' only hope is Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Reptile Johnson. Allegedly, of course. It'd be funny as hell if you tried to sim a Super Bowl with the Cowboys and they still lost. So while black quarterbacks can have dreads and win the most Super Bowls, it's the image. Thought, dude, answer your question. The image. There's a certain image that they want. They want a clean cut. There's a certain image you gotta look for. Remember, this is some corporate shit. And when you win, you were temporarily the face of the league in more cases. Or in most cases, that's why. Like Lamar Jackson with the grill and the braids, they don't want that. They don't like the way that he talks. He doesn't I guess enunciate his words the way they would like, amongst other things. So until the seats are empty, the Cowboys won't change a thing. Exactly. And that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. There are no Afro NFL owners, of course not. Exactly. Quarterbacks want they QBs, or the NFL wants QBs to look professional. The ones to push, because remember when Cam Newton got in the league, talked to the owner asked him if he had any tattoos, all this other stuff, and he was like, nah. And then the owner was like, good, keep it that way, because they didn't want him having like cornrows, they didn't want him having dreads, which obviously ownership changed when he came back, when he had the dreads and shit. But yeah, they didn't want him having tattoos, none of that shit, just that clean, the low cut that he used to have before the dreads. That's how it was. Like obviously nowadays it's more common that you see, coaches with cornrows or dreads, anything like that. Players, obviously, quarterbacks, but still, just look at the ones that they push. How many of them do they really push that got the cornrows and all this other shit? Look at Jalen Hurts when they were pushing him. He got the low haircut. He ain't got the dreads. I think at one point he might have had cornrows when they pushed him, but he got the low haircut. Lamar really the only one who got long hair or braids or nothing. Him and Jayden Daniels, the rest. Look at him. Look at Mahomes. Look at Josh Allen. Look at Joe Burrow. What do you notice? They got a swoop in their hair. Saying Asian head coach would expose the National Football League. That's something you don't really see a whole lot of, is like Asian head coaches, or at least full Asian head coaches. I just realized Marcus Freeman was half Asian. Was that the other day? I knew he was black. I didn't know he was half Asian. So why don't they pull Lamar and other black quarterbacks aside and tell them they need to do this and that in order to get their rings? Maybe, well, for one, I say for Lamar, maybe he don't want to. Maybe he took the money over the rings. Because you've seen athletes get asked that on podcasts, would you rather have such and such $1 million or a title ring? And most athletes, if you notice, usually take the money. They say, fuck that ring. They don't care that much. Penalty. And it's still part of their branding, too. You gotta think about that, too. Lamar has a certain look to him. Say Jordan Love got twisted hair. Yeah, he does, but does he really get pushed as like one of the top 5 quarterbacks for real? Like the way they talk about Josh Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, Burrow, do they bring up Jordan Love in that conversation like that? No, they don't. Said the Bears are looking at Marcus Freeman. Yeah, most people take the money, exactly. Marcus Freeman, mom, South. Oh, he like Hines Ward. Then Hines Ward is like half black, half Korean. Kyler Murray, yeah, I know he half Korean too. The light skin ones, that's who. There go Reed. What's that? 3? That's Dobbs, Christian Watson, obviously, and then the Bears game, and now Reed. As they got 3 points too. That's crazy. Tua colored his hair. Yeah, he been did that. He did that shit in college already anyway when he had that little mohawk shit. CJ the next QB they gotta push. But like how far they gonna push the Texans for real? They ain't even made it to the AFC Championship before. And they have Deshaun Watson, mind you. And he was prime Deshaun, and they didn't do it. They had D Hop. Top 5 receiver D Hop at the time. Didn't do it. So the only fullback you can see getting one is Jalen Hurts. Biggest knock on him, he already been in loss. And he already got paid, bro. Like, sure, playoffs, sure. I've said the Eagles, they straight as far as going to the playoffs. The Eagles don't have long postseason droughts. Same with the Niners. They don't have these long postseason droughts. If they miss it, they miss it maybe 1 year, 2 years in a row, and then they usually back. But yeah, that nigga ain't finna win no ring like that. Shit, no. What do I think they'll do with Tua? What can you do? How you gonna upgrade? Now nigga can't catch. Actually, that was a bad pass. That was behind his receiver. The Air McNair, Randall Cunningham, Donovan McNabb all deserve rings over Brady. Yeah, Steve McNair probably was the closest. They finished a yard short. Only way Hurts wins one is if he goes to a different team. Same with Burrow. Yeah, I think the same applies to Josh Allen too. If they want to win, they're gonna have to go somewhere else. Like Cincinnati ain't finna get pushed to win no Super Bowl. They already went anyway with Joe Burrow. First down, Green Bay. Making things interesting. Said Titans need Cam Moore. Nigga, they need way more than Cam Moore, bro. They need more than a quarterback. And like I said, it's Cam Moore got lazy footwork. Titans got a bad O-line. That's a bad combination. KC versus the Texans. Jimmy Carter ritual. Man, Jimmy Carter. It certainly helps. It helps along with playing the game, doing some backdoor stuff, all you know what I'm saying, all that shit too. The extra behind the scenes stuff, you gotta do that too. Same with pro wrestling. Same way you gotta move up. They'll feel comfortable pushing them as I don't know if I should call them an attraction. Oh, wait, hold up. God damn, bro, what is his shirt made out of, bro? That shirt stretched like 3 yards. Is that a touchdown? Yeah, that is. Oh, shit. And it's at the end of the third quarter. It made it interesting. But yeah, back to what I was saying as far as, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. How they push certain black quarterbacks, they push them as like attractions. Like they try to highlight certain things. Like he can run fast. He's shifty, like they do Lamar, Jalen Hurts to a degree, like Cam Newton. Kind of push him as an attraction versus as a quarterback. And if the ones they really push is like a complete quarterback, those are the ones who usually tend to win the Super Bowl and shit like that. But even with Lamar, even with the 2 MVPs, he still at times gets treated like an attraction. Like they move the goalposts when they talk about him versus another quarterback. Titans need new ownership, yeah. So how the Packers blow out the Cowboys last year, but struggling versus the Eagles this year. This two different teams, bro. And one, it helps that Dak Prescott is guaranteed to throw some picks in the playoffs. So former black WWF wrestler Brickhouse Brown exposed WWE. What'd he say? Brickhouse Brown. Because I know New Jack talked about a lot of shit going on in wrestling too. I've never heard of Brickhouse Brown. Nah, he looked like the uncle off Snowfall. Damn, he really do look like the uncle off Snowfall for real. Damn. It's kind of got that same feeling how the Eagles played the Falcons and Commanders, the same in game-winning drives. It said D'Lo Brown. I don't know. I do know New Jack mentioned the shit that go on in pro wrestling, how they recruit you and all that other shit. I don't know. Because D'Lo's still alive. Actually, no, it might have been D'Lo. Now I saw his face. It might have been D'Lo. Appreciate it, Lauren, for sure. Appreciate it. Shout out to Lauren in the building. And yeah, if you ain't hit that like button, hit that like button, man. Smash that like button, kick it, abuse it. Throw a rock at your phone if you have to, but don't break your screen. But the craziest game gonna be the Commanders and Bucks. Since it's the prime time, I think so too. Either we might get a more. If this is the defensive game, the first game was the blow. I think this one's gonna be. Shit, this is Tampa we talking about. They do put up some points for real. They do put up some points. So does Washington. This might be a shootout. This next game. This might be a high score. I'm hoping it's a high scoring game. I want to say I might have heard about this. Is that a touchdown? It looked like he crossed. Yeah, they ruled a touchdown. But yeah, I don't remember who it was who exposed WWE specifically between them. To the Nation of Domination. So Bad News Brown died years ago. You right. That extra point might bite him in the ass. Because they still got time and shit like that, you know, to win this game. But yeah, they gonna need to stop. They gonna need to stop. Especially if Philly get another one, like a long pass to Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert stiff arm the shit out of another nigga. They ain't got no chance. Would the Browns ever win a ring? No. Hell no. That is not happening. Even when they get their new stadium, if that does actually go through, they not winning shit. You know what's even crazier about this game, though, is the fact that despite the turnovers, the Eagles couldn't score off of these points. They couldn't convert that shit. And touchback. Packers currently plus 400 money line. So unless Love throws another, they better off just running the ball to Jacobs. If that's the case, they shouldn't be just passing and shit like that, trying to be on some, some shootout type shit. There go Goddard again. Say winner of the Ravens Bills game will win the Super Bowl. I do not think so. Damn, that was a hell of a catch, bro. He juggled it and then secured it. Dallas Goddard, that is. I don't think so. I think it's just whoever wins gonna lose to the Chiefs. That's what I see. That Hurts might also turn the ball over because he hasn't done that in weeks. Yeah, there's still plenty of time in this game. And especially I can see this one of those games where either both teams don't score for a while and then somebody finally scores in the last 4 minutes or so of the game. I don't know if they were short or not. So will Mahomes get 7 rings and Tom Brady? No. You also know they're going to go after their kicker too if the Eagles lose. Yeah, Philadelphia fans, man, that shit get vicious out there. That shit get vicious. Like, I've seen what they do when they win. I hate to see what they do when they lose. And I'm sure you get death threats if you a kicker and you miss a field goal playing for the Eagles. Sure, there's a couple other teams, but especially the Eagles. So say they do get this stop. Green Bay gets a field goal. They only down 3. They get another stop and possibly tie it. Someone said overtime. We are due for overtime. We due for OT and we due for a close game because they all can't be blowouts for the wild card. Over top. Oh, no one. No one. Green Bay got the stop. 4th and 1. Unless they go for it. Mahomes' dad never had the because Mahomes' daddy was a baseball player. He was out there on the diamond. You know what I'm saying? The dirty diamond. It could be a little bit of both, man. Like, not every injury gonna be scripted, dog. Like, hold on one second. I think the Eagles got it. It looked like I'm pretty sure they got it. They moved the hell out that pile. Yeah, first down, Eagles. But yeah, you gotta remember, still niggas still can get hurt doing this. So just like pro wrestling, bro, like you can still get hurt. Like it's scripted, not fake. There's a difference, and people need to learn that. Like there's a reason WWE at the beginning of their shit says, "Don't try this at home." Translation: Yo dumbass better not jump off of this fucking couch and try a backflip through a table and think that shit's okay and you gonna be perfectly fine if you don't have the training. Or if you don't even have the body or the build to sustain that kind of impact. Same with football. It's not fake. If you got someone who's super scrawny out there, shit, you can use Kevin Durant. If you put him out on the football field and had him, I don't know, play receiver or something like that, and he got hit, he gonna really get fucking hurt. Whoever get the ball last wins. Maybe. Unless Philly does something, they're going to kill a lot of clock here on this drive. Especially if they know they can just keep doing the tush push to get the first down. I can see that. So Devontae Smith is scrawny. Yeah, it also helps he played in the SEC too. I'm talking about a regular motherfucker. Like Kevin Durant is scrawny compared to Devontae Smith. And Devontae Smith is accustomed to getting hit versus Kevin Durant who's playing basketball. Does y'all remember Draymond Green tried to called himself wanted to line up and play football at Michigan State for that spring game? He got him the fuck up by a dude half his size. Yeah. No. Seeing the Chargers get bullied on defense was new. Yeah, the biggest thing with the Chargers though, they didn't really play a whole lot of winning teams, or if they did, they ain't beat them. That's the same with the Broncos too. As most of their wins were against bad teams. Ted Durant spilled that medical. I know what you're talking about. He was like getting out of SUV, and you see the bottle, the orange bottle, and you clearly see the green in the orange bottle. And one of his people hurried up and grabbed that thing quick as shit. I was like, and this was before it was like really well known the NBA players was smoking and shit and more, and before it was like really acceptable. Versus now, like players can talk about it, they don't get drug tested for the shit. But yeah, that was back then. Cause I remember he mentioned he liked to smoke hookah. I'm like, what you trying to say, Kevin Durant? Sure, that can't be the only thing you like to smoke. Exactly, I don't test for weed no more. And they should have been stopped testing for that shit a long time ago. Said Josh Gordon would thrive. Oh, hell yeah, he would. Talk about a big what if. Like, you know, they got the what ifs of the NBA, like Derrick Rose, what if? Penny Hardaway, what if? Shit, football, what if with Josh Gordon? What if he never had to deal with all that shit with getting suspended, drug tests? Because dude was talented as hell. Just could never make the right decision off the field to put himself in a position to actually be productive on the field or even be available. So how did Mahomes become the golden boy? The fact that I mentioned the whole Missouri connection with Kansas City, the Rams leaving early and all that shit. That's how. And not to mention, of course, who his dad is too. His dad was a former MLB baseball player. On top of that. That's how the Bills keep losing the divisional round. They was the 2nd seed last year and lost to a 3 seed Chiefs. Now the Ravens are the 3 seed. You got the Ravens beating the Bills. No, the Steelers don't fire coaches, bro. Steelers don't fire coaches. He gonna be there as long as he wants to be there, bro. Like, him winning that Super Bowl was enough. The Roonies are known for being loyal. They don't pull the trigger and fire head coaches and shit. And on top of that, be really uncharacteristic considering they stuck with him the years they weren't making the playoffs, even though he had a winning record. Why would you fire him now after you made the playoffs? I'm about to say if somebody did not touch Hurts. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Bledsoe's injury is most likely scripted. He was at the twilight of his career anyway. Yeah, and if you remember, he got hit by 2 Jets. And he wore 11. So, you know what I'm alluding to on that one. And that's not to say his injury was fake or anything, but it was definitely intentional to hurt him. That's like the shit with Tua. The times he got hurt, The one against Buffalo, whenever he ran headfirst into Martin, he did that shit on purpose. There's no reason for him not to do that. And they backing him up. Maybe a field goal. Maybe a field goal. Said the Browns get Henry Ruggs. That'd be stupid as fuck if they did. He ain't played in what, 2-3 years now? Second and 22. Good lord. Fucking water, bro. Yet they generate the 5th most amount of revenue in the NFL. The Rams, that is. The Chargers, I think, are like 27th. So again, the Chargers or the Clippers, bro. They are the little bro of the LA teams. Third down, and they probably will gain 11 back. Probably 3rd and 10. Eagles defense playing better versus the Packers than the Cowboys did last year and giving up 48 points. Yeah, we're talking about two different teams. Eagles 0 for 7 on third downs. That's crazy. So the white dude tells you Mahomes is white. I mean, he mixed. He clearly mixed. He got a little tan to him, man. A little bit of a tan to him, but he ain't fully white, no. I said Chargers should go back to San Diego for real, bro. Like, ain't nobody for the Chargers for real like that. Dad's black and his mom's white, yeah. You know his dad's black. You know for a fact his dad walk around with like black and miles and shit in his hanging up here on his ear and everything. His dad definitely black. His dad a nigga, all right. 1910 Philadelphia. His kid's gonna come out 70. He already got 3 of them. I think they already pretty light. I don't know what they look like, but I assume they light. Said no training camp in Diego. It's a golf course now. Damn. They said we don't want y'all niggas coming back. That y'all want to leave, y'all can leave. Yes, but they got a very small window to do it. If they do, they got a very, very small window to do so. So do I think all sports are fixed? If you can bet on it, yes. Everything from racing, boxing, especially you should know about boxing, bro. We've all seen a fight where a dude clearly was not trying that hard to be aggressive and was just letting his opponent just hit him. Either he had his hands down, just letting him get punched in the face, or he just doing this the whole time, being defensive, not even throwing punches. Like Mike Tyson against Jake Paul. They should go back to San Diego, but they the original LA team. So what about Mahomes, brother? What about him? What about Mahomes, brother? College as well too. College basketball and college football too. You know they do the bad beats on ESPN and shit like that, and that's just to mock people. Bro, be like, so and so, oh, the spread is this. He scored at the last second. Why would he do that if the spread is this? Yeah, college too. Yeah, the Aztecs, dude. They've been playing there for a minute though. I think the Aztecs been playing there for over 10 years. Shit, maybe even longer than that. Because I know the Holiday Bowl used to be played at Qualcomm Stadium, and I think they moved that shit to Petco Park, if I remember correctly. So they think you're crazy. Think you're crazy. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that too. It says Snapdragon Stadium. Is that where they play now? Do they not play at Qualcomm? I swear they played at Qualcomm. And I assume Snapdragon is not even remotely the size of Qualcomm. This man said it. AJ reading a book. This nigga really got this nigga really got a book on the sideline reading mid game. That's crazy. What's even crazy, he got farther than that book. I'm more than certain than LeBron James got in that Malcolm X book. Quick dump, first down. He decides to stay in bounds. Okay. Only soccer games are played there now. Damn. He's like, I'm trying to stay at peace. I'm trying to stay at peace so I don't crash out. I'm gonna read this book. I want to know what he's reading to. I'm actually curious now. Yeah, like a light blue cover on that shit. Okay, Qualcomm got torn down in 2019, and San Diego State plays in the new Snapdragon Stadium. I got you. So they downgraded, I guess. Size-wise, at least. I know Qualcomm was old as hell. So Commies and Vikes, the only road teams winning. Yeah, you might be onto something. I could totally see the one with the Commanders for sure. Said Brown and Smith's career ain't really getting wasted on like some other receivers. Not really. I think it's just more frustration with who the head coach is, Nick Sirianni. So AJ Brown was picking, he'd be fighting someone on the sideline right now. Hell yeah, he would. But that Pickens press conference though, they asked him about like, was he optimistic about how the offense was gonna be next year? This nigga said nah. I was like, oh shit. They run it on 3rd and 3. I know. Why would you do that? Unless you're trying to sell. 4th and 3, what they do? Hit that like button too. Smash the like button. Foot was out of bounds. He caught it, but his foot was out of bounds. And Heath was open too. Matt LaFleur was like, why the fuck you do that? He easily could have got both feet in, but he turned and put his left foot out of bounds. All he had to do was a little tap, 1-2. But yeah, 4:58, they are done. They are cooked like a goose. San Diego played most of the home games in San Diego, but they started in LA They're only there for 2 years. Oh, it's like the reverse of the Clippers. I guess before the Buffalo shit. How the Clippers was San Diego, and then they become the LA Clippers. And then some people in the comments were talking about with George Pickens. They're like, I don't think he knows what optimistic is or optimism is. I'm like, I'm pretty sure, like, sure, you know, the whole Hawaiian and shit. I'm pretty sure he's at least smart enough to know what optimistic, and optimism mean. He just straight up was like, I ain't gonna bullshit you. And I bet he'd be in a much better mood if he was on a different team. Like if he was on the Chiefs, bro, I bet he wouldn't be fighting niggas nearly as much. So they've been selling the last 5 games. Bad play calling on fumbles and shit. So I love money to join Rodgers' trip to Brazil. Yeah, probably gonna be Philadelphia and Washington next round. The pro wide receiver doesn't make sure his feet in bounds. Exactly, like he shifted all his weight to his left side too to do that on that spin when he was midair. Yeah, it's like, come on, bro, what are you doing? The Packers losing guarantees Vikings are going to the Super Bowl. NFC North is due, and it won't be the Lions. Last week on Sunday Night Football, Chris Sims says the Commanders haven't won a playoff game since 2005, and it was the Bucks. Because I know their last matchup in the playoffs was against the Bucks when they lost against Brady. Excuse me, in 2020. Jordan Love's like, man, I just want to go home now. I'm ready to leave, man. Shit. Packers this decade have had the worst special teams in the playoffs. Yeah, man, I feel you on that. So the South Bend, you know, they had Tampa Bay going in the East, you know, the Eagles in the West, the Rams, and the Niners. Yeah, the North got to get some shine somehow, whether it be Detroit or Minnesota. New team gonna have to win the Super Bowl this decade. Texans, Chargers, Vikings, Lions, Bills, Bengals. Okay, we can mark some of those teams off now. The Bengals, we can mark them off. The Texans, we can definitely mark them off. Chargers, for sure. The Rams, like I said, is the team in LA that the NFL want as like their quote unquote Lakers. Vikings, small window to do so. Lions, maybe this year. Bills, I don't think so. They done been numerous times, ain't done it. Oh, now they finna start fighting. Players get mad, players getting pissed off. But Cincinnati definitely ain't finna make no goddamn Super Bowl. Or should I say win one? Because what you see this year is probably what you gonna get when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Like, they gonna put up a lot of points, and their defense ain't gonna do shit. Defense gonna let them down, and it's just gonna be every game gonna be a shootout. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that. Yeah, number 93, he over there talking shit too. That man mad as hell. But that nigga number's damn near on his shoulders, bro. Or on his sleeves. That nigga look like Project Pat. 93, that's Project Pat, man. The Packers got Project Pat. You missed the annual Cowboys losing to the Niners in the playoffs. I mean, you can still get the Cowboys losing to another traditional team, whether it be the Packers, the Eagles if they were to play. Shit, at this rate, the Lions too. Said he got Minnesota. Oh, I swore he had Detroit. I might be wrong, but I thought he had Detroit. So Minnesota for sure a sleeper pick. Lions, Chiefs, Eagles, and Bills are bait for betters. I would definitely think Lions are. Chiefs for sure. As far as winning Super Bowl, Eagles. I don't trust the Eagles. For one, I don't think they're gonna go back with Jalen Hurts. Two, it's such an Eagles thing to do to where they have such a great regular season that they finish short in like the divisional or the usually the wild card, but they fall short. And then it's going to be the storyline of Nick Sirianni. Is he the solution? Should they fire Nick Sirianni? So on and so forth. Do I think the Lions or the Bills ain't America's team? The Lions I can see. They trying to push them as kind of like America's team because they the feel-good story. They the blue-collar team. Dan Campbell, he's the likable coach and all that shit. I can see that. Lions definitely going to be thinking they can handle any team now. I don't think they are. I don't think the Chiefs really are America's team for real. Like even when the Patriots had their dynasty, they weren't necessarily America's team. They were the bad guys, if anything, because everybody hated them. Same with the Chiefs. People are tired of the Chiefs. They are not America's team. They are pretty much the main heel. They the final boss, per se. But they are not America's team. Hell no. Pretty much any team the Chiefs play becomes America's team that week. So for now, I would say it's Detroit. So they ain't firing Sirianni. He's a yes man coach. The owners like him. You never know with the Eagles though. Because as long as they keep Sirianni, bro, they got a ceiling. Another Packer down on the ground. I don't know, is he faking it or what happened? I gotta see a replay. Say the Broncos fake punt caught you off guard. That is Sean Payton for you. That don't make them America's team. Sure, they was a dynasty, but they were not America's team. They were not America's team, bro. Like I said, people didn't like them. No one really got behind them. Was like, I really like the Patriots. No one was saying that shit. Unless you from that area, from Boston and shit. People were not fucking with the Patriots. So Eagles will definitely be unstoppable though with Tyreek Hill. Yeah, in theory. In theory, I can see them not getting along in the locker room or some shit. I missed it, bro. I didn't see what the book was. I had to know what was the book. Three, 2, 1. Let's see what they do. Oh, they just call a timeout instead. Because they already up by 9. A field goal can really ice this game. Unless Green Bay score real quick. You like to see the Lions get one? I think that's the one that if they did win, unless you're like a Vikings, Packers, or Bears fan, it'd be cool to see the Lions win a Super Bowl. It'd be a feel good story. So now Commanders will probably win tonight. Not guaranteed though. Oh, Inner Excellence is the name of the book. But yeah, Washington probably gonna win tonight. Set up that divisional rematch. 22-10. I say the only thing about it is with the Lions, if they did win, you just know they ain't gonna go back anytime soon. Even if they kept most of their pieces, they would be first round exits in the playoff at best. That man smoking a cigar and a cigarette at the same time. Holy shit. Man said, fuck my lungs. I don't give a shit about none of that. Same time they could do either the Bucks or the Commies. They could. I think though, like, I know earlier in the week I picked Tampa, but I could see Washington though. Especially when you think about how that last Washington Philly game ended. Yeah, I could totally see that. That they should have got one with Barry Sanders. That nigga was running without an offensive line. Man was running for his life out there. So this game depends on if Baker plays clean. Like I said, Baker don't do good in prime time. He does not do good in prime time. So I know I mentioned that earlier. They last loss against Dallas, that was prime time. And the man said Washington Commodores. Or the Commodores, should I say. What's he run? Oh, he gonna run into a sack now too, huh? Yeah, it looked like he ran into a sack. So that Packers falling apart with all these injuries. Yeah, after they threatened it close with that 16-10, then it ain't really done shit since. It's pretty much been all Philadelphia. That's going to be a big storyline for the Packers going into the offseason is the injuries. I already know that's going to be a big one. The injuries, especially when you had Jair Alexander, Christian Watson, you had Dobbs in this game. You had, who else? Reed in this game. You had a few players getting hurt. A lot of key players getting hurt. So in the offseason, assuming they come back healthy, that's going to be a big talking point in the postseason. Said link to free streams. I don't know what you're talking about, man. No one does illegal streams. I don't know what you're talking about. That's all alleged shit. To make it to the NFC Championship game is the Eagles' reward for last season's collapse. Or they just might collapse before that. Who knows? I don't know what that is, AZ, but there you go. This is all legend. I don't know what that is, but there you go. There you go. NFC North going to be interesting next season, though. Yeah, I think the Vikings is the one team. I don't know what they going to be like next year, especially with their quarterback situation. The Lions, they should be straight. The Bears should be improved. They don't fuck up hiring and getting personnel. That division should be deep. Should be 3 teams, and one might fall out. Maybe Minnesota if they don't keep Darnold. I don't know what they're going to get out of JJ McCarthy. And the Bears could be average next year, maybe average. Like an 8-9, probably like an 8-9 or some shit. For Herbert's Phillip Rivers Jr., he ain't achieved nothing being in the same division as Mahomes. At least with Phillip Rivers, y'all can win a playoff game or two. Because, yeah, they would be upsetting people when they have Phillip Rivers. Like, they beat the Colts. I mentioned on that list of teams that had a losing streak going into the season. Going into the postseason. And the 08 Chargers, they had a 3-game losing streak. They ended up winning that first game against the Colts in the playoffs. The Allen is Rivers 2.0. Look up their early season comparisons. Then compared to Manning and Herbert. Said Chiefs versus bro. I told y'all they are not putting Matt Stafford's old ass back in the fucking Super Bowl. They are not finna do that. They won Super Bowl with Matt Stafford. I don't know who that's on. But they already won with Matt Stafford with the new stadium and shit, bro. They not going back. They just gonna go to the playoffs as long as Matt said. That's it. They'll go to the playoffs. They might miss it. And that's it. They might win a game here or there in the playoffs, but they not finna go back to the Super Bowl. And doing that now, that'd be way too late. They waited way too late for that matchup. So you think the Vikings should start Jay early in the next season to see what he has? I mean, he was drafted as the guy, like as the future quarterback to replace Kirk Cousins and shit. Then obviously he gets hurt, and then that's how you get with Sam Darnold as the starter. And he exceeded everybody's expectations as a starter. And now you in this position where you don't know what to do. Do you go with somebody you don't know what you got that you've committed as your future guy, or do you go with the guy that you know what he can do now, even though he wasn't plan A? So the Peyton was in the AFC South beating on the Jags, Titans, and Texans. Yeah, I remember a lot of the Texans teams he played weren't even playoff Texans teams. I think it's before the Texans were even making the playoffs. Jags were the playoff teams from time to time with David Garrard. And with the Titans, yeah, that was like Steve McNair. It was like Steve McNair era. And then a good amount of time, too, before they got Vince Young was when the Titans were bad because they always had quarterback issues because McNair might have been hurt or somebody else key on the team was hurt. ...2018 meeting between the Rams and Chiefs was 105 points. 325 weeks from Super Bowl 59. 29 is days living 325 days. Okay. I still don't think the Rams are making it to the Super Bowl, but okay. Super Bowl. The Titans won the Super Bowl in 2000. Yeah. Finished a yard short, too. Kevin Dyson. I remember exactly. I don't think it's the Ravens and the Vikings, man. I don't think so. That'd be cool, but I doubt they give us that. Surprised he held on though. He got tattooed. So let's see. His spread was 5.5. If I remember correctly, is what it ended at. If Green Bay scores, it'd be 17. Do I think the NFL would throw a curveball for the Super Bowl for both AFC and NFC? AFC, I don't think so. NFC, maybe. The AFC, no. I think it's pretty straightforward who they got. Said Lamar be the Peyton/Aaron Rodgers in this era, guaranteed. Said Lamar's Rodgers without the ring. Yeah, what Rodgers got? 2 MVPs or 3? Ravens and Lions, maybe, or Chiefs. Yeah, I doubt they give us Ravens and Lions. Chiefs, Vikings. Let me see what he said. One of the 1 seeds is out. That would be nice. I'd love to see that. Trust me, I'd love to see that. But I don't think it happens. Think Stafford might be the Eli of this era? What you mean by that? What you mean by the Eli of this era? Yeah, what you mean by that? The Eli of this era? Said they don't like Stafford's wife though. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I don't know who is they. The league doesn't like her or what? Has she ruffled some feathers with the NFL itself? Rodgers got 4 MVPs. Peyton got 5. Who are you throwing to, sir? Sir, you were throwing in the double coverage. Blatantly throwing in the double coverage. This game over with. Damn, I ain't know he had 4 MVPs though. He played worse. Justin Herbert played worse, man. Justin Herbert definitely played worse. Those are Kirk Cousins stats right there. Herbert and Love combined with 1 touchdown and 7 INTs. That is terrible. Yeah, he gonna have to come back next year. Cut down on them INTs for real. Would I rather have my team miss the playoffs and get blown out in the first round? I'd rather them actually make the playoffs. I think they're gonna need it now. Should need it. So every game so far been a blowout. Yeah, just wait till the primetime games, man. Wait till the primetime games. That's when the shit gonna be close. Man, Saquon could have ran for one right there. Could have scored and really put it out of reach. But he slid. So what happened to the Broncos? Well, they got beat over top. The Bills, that is, got beat over top. But man, you know damn well they weren't finna beat the Bills. Maybe next year the Broncos can win the game, but no, they were just there to get there. Kind of let you know, hey, the Bills or the Broncos are here now. They are no longer just a pushover. They a playoff team type shit. Next year, maybe they can win, but next year or this year, no. Of course. I thought he had more rushing touchdowns than I thought he had this year. Cause there was a few games he didn't have on it. He would have like 150 yards rushing, no touchdown. I'm like, okay. Especially the Panthers game. Because he had the big game the game prior to that, the next game against the Panthers, he didn't have a touchdown. He got over 100 yards rushing, but no touchdown. Do you think Stafford and Eli are both the number one picks in the draft who only won playoff games when they went on Super Bowl runs? Yeah, well, Matt Stafford only won his only one. He ain't winning another one. I don't think he gonna be like Eli. They gave this nigga 2 rings. No. I mean, you play in Detroit, you kind of handcuffed. It was cool, yeah. Not Beast Mode, but Megatron. But shit, it's still the Lions. He was kind of like a dude that, like a Carson Palmer. You're a good quarterback, but you stuck with an organization that had a ceiling. Joe Burrow with the Bengals, case in point. Andy Dalton with the Bengals. You good, but it's like this is as far as you gonna go with this team. Cam Newton with the Panthers. Sure, you can take it to the Super Bowl, but this is as far as you gonna be. And after them last 2 years, then the Panthers didn't do shit. If you know the NFL is rigged, why do you watch it? Because it's entertainment. That's why. Same reason you watch a movie, TV show, pro wrestling, any of that shit. Yeah, I do. I do think they need to change it. They need to get rid of the top 4 is automatically a divisional winner. No, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Do that shit by record. So you got the Lions versus the Ravens. I doubt it. That'd be awesome. I'd love to see that, but I doubt it. The first 5 years in the league, Manning 42-38 record. Herbert's 41-38. Manning has 137 touches to Herbert's 138. Passing yards are damn near identical. Playoff wins 0. Damn. First 5 years, 0. Yeah, well, there's a ceiling in LA. Bro, I get that question a lot. I get that question so much. Yeah, I get that question a whole lot. I probably get that one every stream. Especially in the playoffs. I get that one numerous times a stream. But yeah, I'm about to get on up out of here in a couple minutes. He said, does anybody remember the no helmet hit that the Rams had Saints? Yeah, everybody remembers that one. Everybody remembers that. Kevin said, anybody but the Chiefs. I am with you on that, man. Anybody but the Chiefs. I think so, for sure. Jordan Love in the NFC. In the AFC, Justin Herbert, he might get a win, maybe. If they go back, he might get a win, depending on who they play. Like if it's a matchup between them and say Denver, I could see them giving Bo Nix one and keeping that losing streak alive for Justin Herbert. But yeah, man, next game is gonna be in what 40-ish minutes. I think it's 8:30 or 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, yeah. So in 6 minutes, next game starts. But yeah, man, I'm hungry. Been good chopping it up with y'all. We're gonna be live tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Vikings, Rams. Y'all stay tuned, man. Like, hit that like button, comment, join the Discord, all the good stuff, man. But we are out.